And just like that, we are back in warm and sunny Dubai. And today we've got quite the action-packed video for you. We are going to be discussing what's been going on with Bitcoin, with the crypto market, and where we are thinking the best gains are going to be made in the next coming few weeks.
So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the crash that's recently happened for Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at where you should be placing your money in the market to make the most gains possible, and a potential black swan that we've talked about a few times on the channel.
Okay guys, so we're going to start things off by talking about the most recent price action for Bitcoin. We have seen BTC have a little bit of volatility, dropping down just over 9% in the last few days. Now, for some newcomers to the crypto space, that might seem really concerning, with a significant drop to the downside of around 9%. For more seasoned OG investors in Bitcoin and in the crypto, 9% volatility, we kind of call that a standard Tuesday. Now, for the most part, 9% actually presents itself with a pretty significant opportunity. Now, I know that it can kind of be quite scary to see your portfolios dropping down by quite a significant amount, but at 9%, this actually presents itself with a buy the dip opportunity. Now, I do believe that Bitcoin is still likely to go down a little bit deeper, and we do see some liquidity issues globally, with a kind of, I guess, consolidation of global liquidity on this smaller time frames. But I do see liquidity coming back in and pushing the price of Bitcoin back up a bit further. Now, my concerns for Bitcoin at this point in time are more that we can actually see a kind of continuation of the move to the downside. We're looking for probably towards the kind of $62,000 to $63,000 before we kind of get a bit of a more of a relief rally to the upside. Now, that relief is going to potentially not be a new all-time high, and we probably will see more downward price pressure, more liquidity-based issues in the coming weeks, right? But a relief rally back towards probably the $68,000, $69,000 level is likely to occur. Once we have that, we'll probably look to come back down, as I said, more towards that kind of 62, 63K. If we're really unfortunate, we come down to the 60K support, and if we can do that, then actually that is a huge opportunity to redeploy capital and to deploy it in areas where we can see significant retracements back to the upside, new all-time highs. Of course, massive gains on your portfolio. So although, and like I said earlier, 9% retracement can be a little bit scary if you're new, this is all part of the space to come in and out multiple times over and take advantage of these opportunities as they present themselves. Now, I am aware that not everyone is going to be able to take advantage of every single opportunity, but it is an opportunity nonetheless. It might not be one for you, but it is going to be some people out there that are going to be able to take advantage of this opportunity for Bitcoin as this kind of retracement continues. But in the longer term, in the bigger macro picture, I do see us with a potential breakout situation and BTC rallying up even higher into new all-time highs. And we're going to see a pretty significant bullish market and bull run for Bitcoin and also for those altcoins. So I'll hand over to Chris now, who will talk a little bit more about what's going on and where he thinks the maximum value is going to be.
So before I tell you where I think true value is currently in the crypto market, I want to talk about risks and ask the question, should we be worried? Now, what am I talking about? Recently, it's been seen on chain that the US government has sent over 30,000 Bitcoin to the Coinbase exchange. This is something I talked about months ago as a potential risk to our crypto investments. Would the US, China and various other countries that hold an obscene amount of Bitcoin look to sell? And it does look like the US could be setting up some sales of Bitcoin from Silk Road. Now, the question is, are they going to be selling $100,000 at a time, or a little bit here, a little bit there, or are they just going to dump 30,000 Bitcoin on the market. This is something that we should be aware of and acknowledge in the crypto space. So for me, could be seen as a black swan event, but it has been seen and has been highlighted several times by us on the channel as a potential risk. Now, there's more going on. We've seen Hong Kong potentially looking to list a Bitcoin ETF in Hong Kong. This would be monstrous, bearing in mind the likes of China have banned crypto and Bitcoin several times. I think that this would be rather interesting. We could see an awful lot more money flow in to Bitcoin. The other thing that I would talk about, and where I think the true value is right now when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency, is the Ethereum network. For me, the Ethereum network is a rather interesting one. In the UK, we've got ETNs that are going to be backed by Bitcoin and Ethereum, looking to potentially be launched on the stock market here in around May time. Now, obviously, Hong Kong, where they're looking at about June. But what is really interesting is the fact that this month we're likely to find out more about the Ethereum spot ETF in the US. Now, I think that we could be potentially seeing some really good value in regards to Ethereum, but not just Ethereum, also any layer 2s on the Ethereum blockchain, the likes of Matic, people talking about that being potentially overvalued, and that is why we haven't seen the moves to the upside. I kind of disagree. I think this one is the blue chip. It's going to go on to do really well, and it is something that I've been positioning myself in recently on these pullbacks. The other one that I've been looking at obviously is Ethereum itself, but a lot of people are going to probably struggle to get enough Ethereum to see potential gains, like what you would see in cheaper altcoins. So layer 2s, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, we've seen this with the Bitcoin spot ETF, and the likes of Stacks was one that we called out at like $1. It went on to do really, really well. And I think we're going to see something very, very similar when it comes to Ethereum. So look, I would be definitely researching Ethereum-based projects. I'd also be looking at layer 2s on the Bitcoin ecosystem, because I do think there's going to be a lot more money start to flow in to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I also wanted to mention as well, projects that have good staking. Grayscale have also launched a fund for sophisticated investors recently, and I think it's gone under the radar. So, this is the likes of 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, Polkadot is another one in this fund. I think we're going to start to see the ETFs and funds start to roll into other altcoins. Again, something we've predicted on this channel several times. This is something, if we go back before the Bitcoin ETF was agreed and approved, we talked about the fact that we were going to see Ethereum spot ETF. I think that was inevitable. We then said that we were going to start to roll into other altcoins. We're already seeing the groundwork being put in. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, why not mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And you know what? Go check out Nick and JB's latest updates in the videos here.